Training in again those sunnies for those umbrellas as we head into tomorrow. Localized flash flooding is going to be a top concern, but it's not all bad news. We are going to be getting some drought relief because, hey, we really do need the rain still in these areas. We could just do, of course, without the flooding issues and the travel disruption. The timing, just not the best if you are going to be out and about traveling for the holiday. Debbie is fueled and pumped up with moisture, and unfortunately, it's dumping so much heavy rain. It's already causing problems there in and around the Tampa Bay area. Now, for Sunday and Sunday night, we still have that threat that is ongoing. We showed you that tornado watch just a while ago. Anywhere from the Midwest to the Ohio Valley is fair game when it comes to Mother Nature today. Fortunately, that's what Mother Nature is serving us, so you're going to want to listen up. Are you going to catch some breaks from the action? Yes, which is the good news. And when we talk about this kind of line where it starts to bow out, think of a bow and arrow where you're pulling that bow back and you're letting that arrow fly. How fast that arrow's going, that's how fast those winds are going to be howling. Some of these storms have me worried, especially when you see these circular shapes that are starting to pop up. Those tell me that hail. It's still warm and mainly dry here throughout our Monday, though you will note we still have the storms off towards the south across the mid-Atlantic and through the Tennessee and Ohio Valley. You don't want to ever drive through those flooded areas or roadways. You're going to want to turn around and don't drown. We're going to have pulses of energy coming out of the Intermountain West across the Front Range. Look what happens to these storms as we head into the late afternoon, early evening. And the ATL, maybe you're out and about, taking a run, walking the dog. It's a gorgeous day, 67 here in Atlanta. Overall, nice. I love it when we keep the forecast simple. It's kind of that 1-2 punch situation here. We've been cold for so long, and that hasn't helped anything as we're now bringing precipitation into the mix. And so that's why we're so concerned about icing. It's going to strengthen because we still have those bathtub waters there off of the South Carolina coast. It's going to gather its strength. It doesn't really have a lot of wind shear to fight with, and it's going to back further west, making a second landfall, which is why we are concerned still about lives and property. We have to talk about the setup first to kind of see where all of this moisture originated. This is a true Pineapple Express pattern. What do we mean by that? Certainly not a service that you can just order a pineapple and you get speedy delivery, even though I would love that if that were a thing. I don't know. I haven't heard of it. When it comes to the atmosphere, though, it's when the jet stream dips as far south, close to Hawaii, hence the pineapple, and it gathers. Anywhere shaded in this yellow area is at risk for some severe weather. And yes, I'm talking about some isolated tornadoes as well. I think we're ready to battle it out.
I know. You know, Bree, you won yesterday. Although you were a little nervous, I tried to make the case that Caribou was too chilly and wet today.
Yeah.
Yeah?
But I beat
you
you
won.
out.
You did. You want to kick this off?
Should I go first?
I think you should.
Winner? Okay.
The victor should go. It's like playing golf.
Promising start. Memphis. Clear blue sky. Beautiful day to be outside. Let's see what your exclusive AccuWeather forecast says. Ding, ding, ding. Nice. With plenty of sunshine. It is a great day to be outside. Honestly, I can't sell it better than that. Now, this storm has to go somewhere, and it still has some life with it. So it's going to chug along, moving north, and it's going to pass by Atlantic Canada. Right where we have that dark green, that's where our AccuWeather local storm max is likely to fall. We could see upwards to 32 inches of rain. Again, just spanning in a few days' time. That's why we're so concerned about this heavy rainfall. And it's not just this zone that we're concerned about flooding. You need to listen up because we are talking about some very, very dangerous storms and a very dangerous situation today, and not just today. I know we've had severe weather exhaustion. I know it's been a pretty active few weeks, but as we head into tomorrow, we have to deal with the storms yet again. Now, I'm going to walk you through them Tuesday into Tuesday night. We do have a moderate risk here on the board that does extend across southern Indiana into northern Kentucky. Now, we are concerned about isolated tornadoes, hail, and even localized damaging wind gusts, but check this out. Look at how eerily similar those two regions are. Now we have a red shaded area. That means a high risk for severe weather. We are talking about flash flooding, hail, tornadoes, the whole shebang, unfortunately, and it's in a lot of the same areas as Tuesday as well. So heads up, western Kentucky down through southern Indiana into that region. We are talking about severe weather even through the Boot Hill of Missouri as we head into Wednesday afternoon. Everything's on the table. Your AccuWeather local storm max is as high as 85 miles per hour. And unfortunately, we are tracking that threat for large hail yet again. I mean, this scene just shows you how much hail we have been dealing with here over the last few weeks. And we've had some pretty impressive hailstones come down, those the size of apples. We have some nasty weather here on tap as this storm continues to prowl east. Unfortunately, that's going to spell severe weather. With this, I do want to break down our severe weather risk. Some areas you're going to see are shaded in yellow. That means some or isolated severe weather possible in the area, but still it only takes one storm to do damage, so still be on alert. When we get up into the orange, that means a moderate risk, numerous severe storms, and unfortunately when we have to slap a high on there in that red zone, that means widespread severe thunderstorms, and that's exactly what we have on tap here as we head into Monday afternoon into Monday night. The zones that we're going to be focusing on: south of I-80, past I-70, and then including Wichita, central Kansas, down through Oklahoma. That's where we have that high risk. And everything's on the table, including tornadoes, large hail, unfortunately, yet again. And we are also tracking those winds anywhere gusting between 60 to 70 miles per hour or 70 to 80 miles per hour, but your AccuWeather local storm max is almost pushing those triple digits, so I wouldn't be surprised if we did see a few wind reports as high as that as we head throughout Monday. As we are gearing up for another severe weather event and a multi-day severe weather event at that, you need to be prepared for an emergency. A lot of people don't think about this, but word of mouth is a great tool. If you do know people who live in these areas or traveling to these areas, tell them severe weather is on the way. Do what you're doing now. Tune into the AccuWeather network. Also, make sure you download that free AccuWeather app. It's a great tool to have to stay ahead of the storms. Unfortunately, we get to do this all over again as we head into Tuesday. This time, the threat's a little bit further east. We do have two moderate zones on the board, one including southern Indiana as we push through Evansville and then back through northern Arkansas, even through Little Rock, where we could see, again, more in the way of isolated tornadoes, hail, and of course those localized damaging wind gusts. Your AccuWeather local storm max holds for Tuesday upwards to 80 miles per hour. And then we get to rinse and repeat again as we head into Wednesday. Unfortunately, the severe weather threat isn't over. We have a very busy week ahead.